Hi, I'm James Spyker. I'm a pretty dedicated amateur binder. Um, I've got a bindery at home. I love to work in this shared space here, and it's really my passion, I guess. So we were both members of the Canadian Bookbinders and Book Artists Guild, and it has a core curriculum, the 6 core courses that teach you the basics of binding and finishing, all the steps in making all sorts of books. And we took all those courses together. So we met first day bookbinding 1. The first day of that course, all you do in an 8-hour day is learn how to paste 2 pieces of paper together. And that was what just got me hooked. I thought I knew how to paste pieces of paper together. When I realized how little I knew, I realized this was really, exciting for me. And I mean, I think it was exciting for Greta as well. I know she started taking the courses really to give her more background in understanding the books she was looking at from the perspective of her PhD, and then just caught the craft. So I don't think she necessarily expected to end up being a bookbinder, but she couldn't help it, as could I. So we've been bookbinding buddies ever since, and I think it was back in 2005 or 6, I think we took our bookbinding one together. She did so many crafts. Bookbinding wasn't the one she was best at of all her crafts. I mean, she was better than she thought she was, but it wasn't, she put so many hours into knitting and cooking and all the other things. She didn't have quite as many hours for bookbinding as she would have liked to sort of master it the way she wanted to. So. Well, I think the first thing the first thing we all noticed was just her community building, that any group of people she was part of, she was actively making them into a community. She was actively bringing them together. And, from the simplest things of, it goes back to the sharing of food. If you were with her, you were sharing food. If you weren't part of that, you were sharing her food. But, so I think that was maybe the first thing I noticed and really sort of brought, about her, and it's probably maybe the first thing most of our bookbinders would say as well. But she was, very dedicated to the organization and to the craft and to the people as well. She volunteered for lots of different roles. She was really important for us in our outreach, so attending, book fairs and makers fairs and working with, I'm sure, over the years she did that, she worked with thousands of children, and adults, but, everyone just making the world more aware that books were things that could still be made by hand. They didn't just come out of a machine.